One of our projects for this year is to make new shutters for all of the first floor windows and balcony doors. We started from raw chestnut boards that Bertus cut to size one by one. But before they become our new, long-awaited shutters, every single piece needs to go through the jointer thicknesser many times.
So these are the stiles, the vertical pieces for the balcony door shutters. Right now I'm using the top of the machine to flatten and plane the two sides of each of these little beams and make them square and make sure that they are straight. Because as you can see, this one, for example, for a window shutter, it's warped, it's really bent. There's like almost a finger thickness underneath here. So first you have to make them straight on both sides, on two sides, and then you can put them in a thicknesser underneath in the machine and make the other sides parallel so they are also straight. And I had a 5mm margin on both sides, and I think 7.5 on these sides to make these straight edges. So that's plenty. The bed of the jointer, the machine, it's only I think this long. So for longer pieces you need a reference surface that's really straight, otherwise you're just going to create more warps and bends. So in between the planings you can put it on top and just double check, look underneath if there's still a hole or not, if still a gap or not, and then the light helps to see. And this one still has 8mm I think of gap, so needs more planing. So we have this pile here that is flat or square on two surfaces.
Mm.
And now we want to feed through the machine many times
Yeah.
to get to the dimensions that are written on the ends.
Yeah. Okay.
But these boards were like 55 mil thick,
Yeah.
and we want to bring them all, except one little stack, bring them all down to 38.
Okay.
Well, first we have to convert the jointer to a thicknesser, and then start with saying 54 mil high, and then feed them all through. And then 53, and then 52.
So we're gonna move them from this table to that table, and then from that table back to this table.
Back and forth,
okay,
back and
okay,
forth.
okay.
Then again, they are more stable if they are thicker. To like this, if they're 38.
So we could start with the.
They are more prone to fall over. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. It doesn't matter which side we do first, right?
No,
We
no,
do
no.
The short side first.
should be it. mooi vrijgehouden.
Wat is er?
The thicknessing, the planing is going a bit too slow on the sides of the beams, but especially on the white surface it will be really slow because it's 14 or 15 mil that we need to take off. So we've decided to saw that bit off, most of it, with the table saw ideally, but that's just too small, so we're going to use the bandsaw for the first time. And after that we still have to do 2 plating sessions to finish the rough cut surface, but that's going to be way faster than taking off 14 or 15 millimeters just with the thicknesser machine. I think I'm about halfway now with making the shutters pieces, well, the plating of them. Still, so it's still quite some work. We could have bought homemade pine ones with our budget, but I just like making things with my hands. And chestnut is way more durable and hopefully will last us the rest of our lifetime. And also this way we can make them in an old-fashioned style, like from, I don't know, 100 years ago, which I really think is beautiful. So next step after the planing, we'll be making the connections, and then we'll finally see them come together a bit in 3 dimensions. And spring is here. It's this week, temperatures are rising. I think next week we're going to hit the 20 degrees Celsius, especially in front of the house on the south side. It's really warm. Inside you can still wear a sweater, but outside you can wear shorts. Kittens.